welcome back to News to the Sonic. We discuss comics, movies, games, and more, and to another exciting Marvel Spider-Man photo mode submission. This one is the third one. It's Marvel Spider-Man 2 photo mode submission Fridays, and I'm really excited to be back. Guys, it's been about a week since my last upload, and my last upload was also a photo mode submission. And if you all don't know, I recently got married. I am a happy, loving husband to a wonderful, amazing woman who is now my wife, and I can't believe it. This is my first video now as a married man, but enough about that. If you want to know more about my married life, I actually have an Instagram. You can follow me on my social media like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok if you want to see more about that. Also, check out my community posts that I do post often. I do have an update about that as well, but enough talk about that. Let's go ahead and get onto the photo mode submissions. You guys submitted some amazing photos over the past week while I was gone, and I'm here to talk about them and just overall rate them. Here we go. So this one is the first one submitted to me by Legion of El Gore, and it's of Spider-Man Miles Morales in his noir suit. Now, the reason why I picked this one is because I really do like black and white photos, and this photo in particular makes it look like an entirely different Spider-Man game. You almost kind of forget that you're playing Marvel Spider-Man 2, and that's why I picked this one. Plus, the lighting on the brick wall makes it look even more realistic. That's also part of the reason why I picked it, but very good job. Thank you so much for submitting this, Igor. I'm going to go ahead into the next one now. Now, this one is actually quite simple. Nothing too special about it, but the reason why I picked this is because it's hilarious. And this one was submitted to me by Dominicanito24 over on Discord. It's got the Meanwhile banner on it, like in the comics, and it shows pretty much an Iron Spider variant suit doing the classic, check this out. I even did this pose in my wedding, by the way. I know I keep mentioning my wedding or marriage, whatever, but it's funny. So I decided, I needed to reference that for Marvel Spider-Man 2. And it's pretty much the Iron Spider suit pointing out one of the symbiotes running towards him, and I think it's pretty funny. Plus the behemoth that's behind him, which I think is actually one of the hardest enemies to fight in the game. They're really tough, like one hit can really KO you big time. But thank you so much for submitting this photo. Guys, like I mentioned before in some of my other photo mode submissions, your photos don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a master photographer. I'll pick your photos because I like them, not because they look the best, So thank you once again, Dominicanito24. The next one is of Spider-Man in his classic Spider-Man suit. This is, of course, Insomniac's interpretation of the classic Spider-Man suit. This one was submitted to me by Mikey6198 over on Discord. Now, the reason why I picked the suit is because I can't turn up a classic Spider-Man swing pose. Also, I always like when photos are captured in the middle of Spider-Man shooting out his line while doing the classic thwipping gesture. It looks so cool. Plus, the lighting is beautiful. It's beautifully captured. I love the use of shadows and lighting on this one, and he did a phenomenal job. And also the buildings in the background being kind of blurred out with the heavy use of aperture, making the subject, which is Spider-Man, pop out a little bit more. It kind of gives it that 3D effect. So thank you once again, Mikey6188, for submitting your amazing shot. Now, the next one is of Spider-Man in the black suit inside of a building looking out, of a window and into the city. And the reason why I picked this one is because it kind of brings back images of comic book panels where black suited Spider-Man is somewhere inside of a building, like an apartment or some sort of building, and he's just looking outward, and the shading and the shadows and the use of minimum lighting is beautifully done here in this photo. This one was submitted to me by Thymus or Thimus. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly, over on Discord, and I picked the shot because it really does stick out a lot. And plus, I love how Insomniac's interpretation of the black suit is this oily, wet, alive looking thing that's on Peter. So it looks really good in a video game. That's also part of the reason why I picked it, because it just looks good in this shot in particular. Great job, Thymus. Now, the next one is of Spider-Man in Insomniac's interpretation of the black suit in the rain and the thunder. And this mission, or this actually takes place right after you shortly gotten your black suit. It's just raining, and the black suit is very synonymous with rain and thunder because it just looks badass in that kind of setting. This one was taken by T. Larius on Discord, and T. Larius, you did a phenomenal job capturing this. It looks like it was ripped kind of out of the comic books. I love the use of lighting, and of course how you captured all of the raindrops in this shot and the city in like the background. It looks great. Great shot, man. Thank you so much, T-Larius, once again for submitting this shot. The next one is a black and white photo of in the classic black suit, Insomniac's interpretation at least of the black suit. And I can't turn down a black and white photo. I love how like the city in the background is blurred out, and great use of aperture work and great use of lighting, of course. The black and white kind of just makes it even more dramatic, which is perfect in my opinion. And again, he's doing the classic Spider-Man like kneeling down perched over a rooftop kind of pose that you would see in the comic book, and I'm pretty sure that was the intention here for this photo, but it looks phenomenal nonetheless. So thank you so much. And this one was submitted to me by Gabe Griffin 11 on Twitter. Yes, if you want to submit your photos on Twitter or Instagram, you can definitely message me there, or you can actually tag me by using the hashtag SpideyPhotos on Twitter. I will find it, I will like it, and if I do like one of them enough to add it to a photo mode submission video, then I'll definitely pick it like I did this one. So thank you so much, Gabe Griffin 11 on Twitter, for submitting your shot. I really love it. The next one, definitely a total callback. I had to include this one in there because when I saw this, I'm like, oh look, it's the Amazing Spider-Man suit, and he's using the tripwire line, or at least the multiple lines, you know, because you're able to actually use a web line to sneak over, or you know, you can use it for stealth. Clearly he did this multiple times to kind of reference that moment in the Amazing Spider-Man where he's actually trying to capture the lizard by shooting out web lines through different tunnels in the sewers, hoping that like maybe the lizard passes by one of the web lines and kind of like, you know, touches it, so that way it sends the vibrations over to Spider-Man. I love that reference, and being that the lizard is in the game as well, I'm pretty sure, you know, that was also the intent. But this looks phenomenal because the use of lighting and shadows is just perfect. Plus the webs going in multiple different directions is a chef's kiss kind of thing. So this is a 2 for 2. This one was submitted to me by Legion of Elgor. Yes, if you take good enough photos and I like them, 2 of your photos can actually end up being on the same video. So definitely, you know, great job. Great use of lighting and shadow work, man. I really love your photo, Legion of Elgor. Thank you once again for submitting your amazing shot. The next one is of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, submitted to me by Skate109 on Discord. It's a simple shot. It looks like Spider-Man had a really rough battle saving this one civilian, and I like that, you know, this was captured mid jump off of a building. Yes, you can achieve this jump if you have the civilian like over your shoulders. You can actually run on walls still and jump in the air, and pause it and capture this moment. It looks great. I really love it. Plus the tear in his costume is also chef's kiss. Like, it's perfect. Thank you so much, Skate109 on Discord. He's actually one of the ones on my Discord server who submits amazing photos. Phenomenal work. I really love this one. Thank you so much, Skate, once again. The next one is of Spider-Man in his advanced suit 2.0, and it's of Spider-Man doing one of his like web swinging tricks. Yes, more animations were added to Peter Parker Spider-Man. I feel like now when I've been playing Marvel Spider-Man 2 for a while, the swinging animations got quite old on the first one, and now that they've added new swinging animations and tricks to Peter Parker Spider-Man, I can't get over it because it's just awesome. I just love the variety of tricks and animations he has at his disposal in the sequel compared to the first one. And this one was submitted to me by Sprite over on Discord. I love the shot because it's of Spider-Man swinging in Times Square. Times Square is a little bit blurred out with the exception of that one building in the center behind him where you can actually see the signs. So phenomenal job, phenomenal work, Sprite. Thank you so much for submitting your shot. And then the next one here, which I believe is the final picture in this photo mode submission here, is of Spider-Man hanging upside down in his classic costume. This one was submitted to me by Danny Matt 37 over on Discord. And I picked the shot because, you know, it's simple. The subjects and the building is blurred out quite a bit, but I like this one because of its simplicity, and Spider-Man hanging upside down is classic. It doesn't get any more classic than that. And plus he's throwing out the thwip gesture, so it's like he's saying hi to the audience. And also it makes for a great wallpaper. So if you want to download those photos, you definitely can. Just simply join my Discord. Once again, invitation link to that is in the description, so that way you can go ahead and download your favorite Spider-Man photo modes over there. And plus it's a fun community. Definitely you want to be a part of it because there's a lot of cool people who love Spider-Man on on my Discord server. So if you want to make some new friends, then definitely feel free to do so by joining my Discord. Once again, I know, shameful plug-in, right? But I had to anyways, just in case you want to know. But anyway, that is all I have for you tonight. Those are all the photos that I got. Thank you all so much once again for submitting your amazing shots. I look forward to more photos next Friday. So definitely submit your photos. Tag me on Twitter by using the hashtag SpideyPhotos. If not, you can send me a direct message to my Instagram, which you can also find the link to in the description box below. Join my Discord and post your favorite Spider-Man photos in the Spider-Man Photo Mode channel on my server. Submit your photo there as well. I will check all of those avenues and I will pick my favorite photos there, and I will have a new video up by next Friday. As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the notifications so y'all don't miss anything. And I will see you all in the next comic panel.